Alaikum. My apologies for keeping you waiting for 25 minutes, but there are some people who don't like the wetlands, so they were keeping me busy. Professor Hafifullah, Dr. Shahid Farooq, Mr. Pankaj, members of the Eco Club, faculty and my dear students. I've had a love-hate relationship with wetlands. In my youth, as a child, I accompanied my father to all the wetlands. There were several in Aligarh. And I helped my father fish out ducks which he had shot. Because I was good in swimming, my father didn't want to get into the water. And subsequently, in later life, I did get a chance to visit all the wetlands. I visited in Ladakh, I visited in Manipur, and what you see here, I think this looks like the paddy fields in a place Chakabama in Nagaland, where the villagers cultivate wheat, and in the paddy fields they also cultivate, or what should be the word, they grow fish or breed fish. So while the paddy fields are flooded, they get a variety of fish in 2 or 3 months. So they harvest the fish and then they harvest the rice. So it's dual thing. Then subsequently, I did in Ladakh help Mr. Salim Ali in 1974. 1974 he visited Ladakh, and since everybody knew I was interested in wildlife, I was detailed as a liaison officer. And I showed him the habitats of the black-necked crane and the bar-headed goose. And he was very, very happy when I think there were 24 or 25 that time. I don't know how many there are now. 100. 100, thank God. So they were on the verge of extinction at that time. Then my hate relationship with the wetlands came when I was commanding a brigade in Manipur, which has vast wetlands. The Loktak Lake, I wonder if you visited that. Okay, this is a huge expanse of fresh water. And what it has is floating islands where people live, the islands float. And they are really vegetation which is piled up one on top of another. It's all vegetation. And the people fish in the lake and they use those floating islands for growing vegetables. But they were also the sanctuary for all the insurgents. And my job was to clean up Loktak Lake of insurgents. And I had to find ways and means of coping with the floating islands and their population, who some were terrorists, some were not. And the moment they used to see our boats, they used to jump into the water and breathe through pipes, and one could never locate them. I don't blame them. So it was a refuge for insurgents. And then, after I've come to AMU and seen that the wetlands which I had frequented as a young child had disappeared. All the small lakes where we hunted ducks and geese had vanished, including the killa, the moat, which was full of water at one point of time in the 50s, that had become dry because the wetlands around the killa.
That had water even till the 70s.
Okay, so it did, but all the drainage, the drain water which was coming into the killa, that had been blocked by habitation. People had built dwellings, so the killa is now, the moat is dry. And I've been trying to find ways to fill it again with water. And the only way out I have found, you can't get back the drainage of the rains, but we'll probably fill it up with recycled water from Aligarh Muslim University. We are working, Nadeem Khalil, I've tasked him to find a way. We use thousands and thousands of liters of water which can be recycled. It won't be fit for drinking, but it can be for fish, for agriculture. Let's see. So this is my love-hate relationship with the wetlands. So ultimately it's ended up in love because we want to save the wetlands. That was only for a short period, the hate relationship. I am impressed by the energy and the dedication of the Eco Club. And I will give them all the support. They literally bulldozed me into, I had my priorities, but they're now on the top of my priority. And we're going to give them, I've already allocated a piece of land for them to, and that to a very, very important place next to Sir Sayyid House, Lodge. Let's see what they do with it, but we'll give them all the help. So, ladies and gentlemen, this preservation of the scarce resources of fresh water. The earth is full of water, but most of it is salt, saline. Fresh water is how much? 6%. 6% of the water resources in the world. And as our requirement for fresh water increases, all these wetlands will be endangered. Population, agriculture. So we need to use water properly, don't waste. We need to recycle and reuse water like they do in the space stations. They even drink it. Drink urine, it's recycled and it comes back as drinking water. I have seen this in naval stations where water from your sink goes to another tank and then it's used for the toilet. So it is, you don't use it, but it goes into the WCs and utilized. So I'm glad that this very, very important topic has been discussed on Wetland Day. And let all of us resolve that we will not waste water. Another thing I want the Eco Club to do, and that is look after the environment around the halls of living. I find them in a terrible state with all sorts of vegetation and such things. And if we can start a project of Shramdhan, we called it when I was in the National Defence Academy, a cadet, we were all provided with a grass cutter and told go and work out and help get rid of the foliage around which was breeding flies and mosquitoes and snakes and scorpions and everything else. So I will need the help of the Eco Club. So thank you for inviting me on this very, very important day, and I was very impressed by the presentations. Thank you very much. God bless you.